What if you had the power to influence others and shape your destiny? What if you could master the art of power? Intrigued? Let's delve into the 48 Laws of Power. Power. A potent word, isn't it? It evokes images of strength, control, and influence. But what does it truly mean? It's about influence, yes, it's about control indeed. But more than anything, it's about understanding the dynamics that shape our everyday interactions and using this understanding to navigate life more effectively. This is where Robert Greene's masterpiece, The 48 Laws of Power, comes into play. A modern treatise on the timeless dance of power dynamics, it provides a roadmap for those willing to brave the complex corridors of influence and control. Born in the year 1959, Greene is an American author known for his books on strategy, power, and seduction. He has spent several years in Hollywood as a writer and has worked as a consultant for many successful entrepreneurs and business leaders. His insights into power dynamics are drawn from his vast life experiences as well as from a deep study of history and philosophy. The 48 Laws of Power is a guidebook for those who wish to understand and master the art of power. It's not about becoming a tyrant or manipulating others for personal gain. No, it's about becoming aware of the subtle power plays that occur in everyday life and learning how to navigate them effectively. Each law in this book provides a unique insight into the world of power. Some may seem ruthless, others cunning, but all are steeped in wisdom and practicality. These laws aren't just relevant to those in positions of authority. They apply to everyone, from the business professional seeking to climb the corporate ladder to the artist trying to make their mark in the world. In the end, mastering the art of power is about understanding people, comprehending the dynamics of influence, and using this knowledge to shape your destiny. It's about becoming the author of your own story, the master of your fate. So are you ready to navigate the complex corridors of power? It starts now. Imagine you're in a room full of people. Who do you think holds the power? The loudest voice? Not quite. The power lies with the one who holds the reins, the room's puppeteer. Rule number 1, never outshine the master. This rule seems counterintuitive to many. They think that to get ahead, they must showcase their talents, prove their worth at every opportunity. However, history has shown us that violating this rule can lead to downfall. Let's delve into some of those historical accounts. Consider the case of Alcibiades, a prominent Athenian statesman and general in the 5th century BC. Known for his charm, wit, and military prowess, Alcibiades had a promising future. But he had a fatal flaw. His ambition to outshine his superiors led him down a path of self-destruction. His relentless pursuit to shine brighter than others led his superiors to view him as a threat, which ultimately led to his exile. In the 16th century, a similar fate befell Thomas Wolsey, the advisor to King Henry VIII. Wolsey was a man of great influence and stature. However, his desire to outshine the king through his extravagant lifestyle and display of wealth became his downfall. When he failed to secure a divorce for the king's resentment towards Wolsey's perceived superiority led to his disgrace and eventual downfall. Now, how does this age-old law apply to your professional life? To understand that, consider you are part of a team working on a significant project. While your skills might exceed those of your team leader, it can be detrimental to flagrantly outshine them. This could incite feelings of insecurity and resentment, potentially leading to your exclusion from vital decision-making processes or even the team. Instead, a more diplomatic approach would be to use your talents to bolster your superiors. Make them look good. Show that their success is partly due to your contributions. This tactic not only earns you their favor, but also lays a firm foundation for your own personal growth. It's not about dimming your light, but more about harnessing its power in a manner which serves you better. In essence, it's about learning to focus your light. It's about making others shine while subtly highlighting your own brilliance. It is about not shrinking, but practicing the subtle art of influence. So always remember, shine, but let others shine brighter. Trust, a potent tool, can also transform into a lethal weapon. It's pivotal to comprehend the delicate balance of trust and skepticism. We dive further into our second principle. Never overtrust friends. Learn how to use enemies. We find ourselves threading through the challenging paths of power and dominance, where a well-adjusted sense of equilibrium becomes the compass. In life, friendship is a blessing, a warm haven of solace and companionship. However, the bitter truth we must swallow is that friends also harbor the potential to become foes. The intimacy they share with our deepest fears and vulnerabilities could, in a twist of fate, transform them into threats. Therefore, it becomes crucial to maintain a level of caution and skepticism within these bonds, without which we might stumble into damaging need only to scan the pages of history to find examples of such betrayals. A paramount illustration is the tale of Julius Caesar and Brutus. Caesar's trust in Brutus, his dear friend, ultimately the way to his downfall, a treachery eternally remembered in the phrase "et tu, Brute?" Conversely, the Cold War era showcases how humanity's greatest achievements were driven by rivalry. The US and USSR, arch-enemies, engaged in a space race, pushing each other to previously unimagined scientific hour focus to our rivals. We realize they might not be as undesirable as they first appear. Rivals are often honest about their animosity. Their intentions are clear, a transparency that can be utilized to your advantage. By engaging thoughtfully with them, their antagonism can be manipulated into an asset, enabling the prediction of hurdles and the strategizing of plans. This concept isn't limited to politics or warfare. In the corporate world, rivals serve as constant motivation. Companies meticulously monitor their competitors, using their strategies to anticipate market changes and formulate their own game plans. Moreover, even in our personal lives, understanding the motives of those who oppose us can be a stepping stone to resolving conflicts and fostering personal growth. The key here is to not alienate friends or unreasonably befriend enemies. Understand the dynamics at play. It's about discerning, understanding, and navigating the undercurrents of power politics. In the chessboard of power, our move should be to distribute trust judiciously and maintain adversaries within your line of sight. Consciously or subconsciously, we all participate in this intricate ballet of power. It's not about distancing friends or cozying up to foes. It's about discerning the undercurrents at work. In the chessboard of power, distribute trust judiciously and keep your adversaries within your line of. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of power, understanding its laws and mastering its art. So what have we learned? We've learned that power is a game, one that requires strategy, cunning, and a keen understanding of human nature. We've discovered that power is not about brute force, but rather the art of influence and persuasion. It's about knowing when to shine and when to let others take the spotlight, about trusting but always verifying, about turning adversaries into allies. We've delved into the first law, never outshine the master. It taught us the value of subtlety and discretion. We learned that power is not just about making a show of strength, but also about understanding the dynamics of the room and adapting to it. It's about knowing when to lead and when to follow, when to speak up and when to remain silent. The wisdom of this law lies in its practicality, in its application in both our personal and professional lives. Then we explored the second law, never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. This law unraveled the complex fabric of human relationships. It taught us that trust is precious and should not be given away lightly. It showed us that sometimes our biggest critics can become our greatest allies. This law reminds us to always remain vigilant, to understand the motives of those around us, and to leverage our relationships for mutual benefit. We've only just begun this journey through the 48 laws of power. Each law has its wisdom, its lessons, and its applications. These laws are not just about gaining power for power's sake, but about understanding the dynamics that shape our lives, our relationships, and our societies. Remember, power is not about domination, but influence. Use it wisely, use it well. Until next time, stay powerful.